Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
To apply or change the various visual effects settings for a selected image, click the Effects category icon within the Format Picture task pane to display the Shadow, Reflection, Glow, Soft Edges, 3D Format, 3D Rotation, and Artistic Effects category groupings. You can click the Shadow category grouping to expand it if needed and display the options that you have for applying a shadow to your selected image. You can apply one of the preset shadow styles by selecting one from the Presets drop-down. To customize a shadow, choose a shadow color from the Color drop-down. Then set the transparency of the shadow by using the Transparency slider. Set the size of the shadow by selecting a percentage by using the Size slider. Use the Blur slider to set the amount of blurring applied to the edges of the shadow. This setting is measured in points. You can angle the shadow by entering the desired angle into the Angle text box or by moving the slider to the desired setting. You can control the amount of vertical offset that is applied to the shadow by using the Distance slider to set the amount, measured in points, of vertical offset to apply. You can click the Reflection category grouping to expand it if needed and display the options that you have for applying or altering a reflection of your selected image. You can select a preset reflection to apply by choosing one from the Presets drop-down. You can also use the sliders that are adjacent to the Transparency, Size, Blur, and Distance spinner boxes to create a custom reflection for your image. Just as when setting these same settings for the shadow effect, you can also enter values directly into the spinner boxes themselves if you prefer to do that, versus using the adjacent sliders. You can click the Glow category grouping to expand it if needed and display the options that you have for applying or altering any glowing effects for your selected image. You can apply a preset glowing effect by selecting one from the Presets drop-down. Create a custom glowing effect or modify a preset glow by choosing a color for the glowing effect from the Color drop-down. You can also enter values into the Size and Transparency spinner boxes or use the adjacent sliders to create a custom glow effect for your image. You can click the Soft Edges category grouping to expand it if needed and display the options that you have for applying or altering any soft edge effects applied to your selected image. You can apply a preset soft edge effect by selecting one from the Presets drop-down. Enter your desired value into the Size spinner box or use the adjacent slider to create a custom soft edge effect for your image. Click the 3D Format category grouping to expand it if needed and display the options that you have for applying or altering any 3D effects applied to your selected image. Use the top bevel and bottom bevel drop-down buttons to select a style and thickness of beveling to apply. You can then enter values into the adjacent width and height spinner boxes for each beveling style to alter the width and height of the selected beveling style if desired. You can use the Depth Color drop-down to select a color for the beveling depth. Set the amount by using the adjacent Size spinner box. Likewise, use the Contour Color drop-down to select a color for the beveling contour. You can also set the contour amount by using the adjacent Size spinner box. You can use the Material drop-down to select the type of material that the 3D effect should emulate. Then use the Lighting drop-down to select an intensity and style of light to apply. You can then use the Angle spinner box to set the angle of the lighting if desired. If you wish to reset your image after applying any 3D formatting that you do not like, you can click the Reset button at the bottom of this category grouping to reset the image and remove the 3D formatting. Click the 3D Rotation category grouping to expand it if needed and display the options that you have for applying or altering any 3D rotation effects applied to your selected image. To apply a 3D rotation, select one from the Presets drop-down. Create or alter a selected 3D rotation using the other settings within the category grouping. You can enter a rotation angle into the X rotation, Y rotation, and Z rotation spinner boxes, or by clicking the adjacent rotation buttons. If you selected a perspective style from the presets dropdown, you can enter an angle into the perspective spinner box. If applying a 3D rotation to a text box, you can keep the text appearing flat by checking the Keep Text Flat checkbox. This setting does not apply to pictures, however, and will therefore be unavailable. Use the Distance from Ground spinner box to set the amount of space that the selected object will appear to be from the ground. If you wish to reset your image after applying any 3D rotation that you do not like, click the Reset button at the bottom of this category grouping to reset the image and remove the 3D rotation. Clicking the Artistic Effects category to expand it if necessary allows you to apply an artistic effect to the selected image. Here you can choose an artistic effect that you want to apply to the image from the Artistic Effects dropdown. For each individual artistic effect selected, the options that are then shown in the area below will vary depending upon which particular effect was selected. Most will have the ability to set the transparency of the effect by using the slider of the same name. You might also have one or two other slider settings for each effect that you can change in order to alter the impact of the selected artistic effect. Just as when applying 3D effects, also notice that there is a Reset button at the bottom of this section that you can click to reset any artistic effect changes made to the selected picture.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.